Hi, this is Paul Thompson from Spitfire Audio. I was just setting up this morning. I thought it'd be fun to do a demo using just HG2O. And then I probably foolishly thought, why don't I screencast it and see what happens? So I'm just going to, I've literally just started setting up here. So I'm going to, I'm just going to load up some sounds and then we'll kind of go through and see. So I've got the I've switched back to Logic because I'm not comfortable quite yet enough on Cubase to do this there. So I've set up one instance of the Tine Bows. I've put the 3 plucks with the 3 different sounds. We'll put a couple of actually, I'll put the gamelan in here, so we'll use the gamelan as well. This is literally the first time I've used the library, actually, so so it should be interesting. See what I can come up with. What's happened to my contact? Come on, there we go. Right, so let's stick a couple of synths in. I'll put that one in. Beauty pad. Let's put. Now let's see. I'm going to put the low metal. Let me just. Yeah, that's a good one. Low metal. We could have some kind of pingy, plucky thing. Oh, I keep doing that. Okay, duplicate track. Right. The oompa like that. And one more, I don't know, let's not go mad. What should we put in next? Ratchet crickets, let's see what that is. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so let's see what we've got there. We have, so, the Tine Bows. Okay, great. Right, first thing to do is to just get a nice long thing here. Plugs. Okay. Right. Okay, so I'm going to, if my voice goes strange every so often, it's because I'm using a Wacom tablet, which I don't like using a mouse for whatever reason. So I've got this tablet, and then every time I start playing the keyboard, I stick the pen in my mouth, which is pretty rank. But there we go. Anyway, right. So without any further ado, let's just make sure I've got a click happening. Yeah. Okay. What's the tempo? 120. Okay. Okay. Cool. So I'm just going to try and build this up. It'll be incredibly simple. Let's get it. I wonder what that says. That sounds quite nice. Let's see what it sounds like with the stage mics instead. No, I'm just going to use the close mic for this part. Good. Right. Okay. Let's see what I can come up with. Right. Okay. I want to do this in 3/4. 120 signature 3/4. Okay. Here we go. Okay, that sounds quite nice. Let's just quickly quantize that, and I've got a couple of things. I've got a little iPad set up in Lima here, which has got some of my kind of key commands that I use. A couple of the things are just keyboard commands, as I say. So it's quite handy to have some of these things on there. Let's make 7 copies of that. How long is this thing going to be? Let's work it out. This takes me up to 1 minute 30. It's probably little bit long for the purposes of this, otherwise this video is going to be hours long. Okay, we'll just make it a minute long. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so about a minute long. So that's the first Plux part. Now let's look at. I'm going to just put a bow in at the beginning. I'm going to treat that like a kind of like a kind of string harmonic type thing. So actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to delete the first one. Let's start with the nice harmonic sound. Okay, so that's quite interesting. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to use the gallery mics, and I'm going to let's see what that sounds like just first of all. Okay, that's nice. Let's pull it down a little bit. Okay, that sounds quite good. Let's go on to let's see what we've got down here. Okay, that's an interesting sound. Let's put some stuff on it. So we've got a bit of reverb there. Okay, that's quite nice. Oh, I like that. Oops. Okay. So I was command clicking there to get the time up. Yeah. So if we're at 120, then obviously everything's kind of subdividing into kind of equal second type things. So we'll put it at 1 second. Add a bit of pan. Quite like that. That's all sounding nice. What else do we want in there? I don't know. Let's leave it like that and see how it goes. So I'm going to start kind of, if we imagine that's so let's have a 2-bar sequence. C, A flat. So I'm doing this on the kind of off beat, if you like. That's the idea anyway. It'll probably make sense, hopefully, when so we're kind of coming towards the end now. Okay, So the first thing I want to do here is just quantize that. So that sounds kind of interesting. It's obviously much too loud at the moment, so I'm going to pull it down a bit. Let's just see. Still too loud. Okay, I'm trying as hard as I can not to use any other effects and stuff. I'm going to try and leave everything just literally as it is in here. So I really want to put some, I keep pushing the wrong button. I really want to put some reverb on this. Where are we up to here? So let's get about 75 pre-delay. And I want to make it nice and big. Still stereo in this on. Okay. Okay, that sounds quite nice. What does it sound like? Okay, I like that. That's doing more the kind of thing that I wanted it to do. Okay, so here we had the crickets. Let's go into let's make this 12-bit or thereabouts. Turn the sample rate back up. That sounds quite nice, doesn't it? I really want it noisy. Oh, that's quite nice actually. Have a little touch of that, and then if we can kind of yeah, actually I don't like that noise element. Let's turn that off again. So if we go back into the reverb again, okay. Let's put this over on one side. So this is crickets. Okay, let's add some stuff. I'm going to mess around with the volume as well here. Okay, interesting idea. Just thought of is what happens if shut that down again. What happens if so it's got quite a long release on it. What happens if we get it like that? This is going to work quite nicely because I can kind of swell into it then and do some kind of weird stuff like that. So let's try again. Okay, I'm going to do it onto the beat. Okay, so that's quite nice. It's a little colour. I'm going to actually try it now, taking the reverb off again. Or at least I'm going to make it, let's try making it very small first of all, and alter the dry wet balance. Let's see what that sounds like. Yes, I like that. That's good. Okay. So the thing that I want to do now is I want to make sure that all of the ends are exactly on the, exactly on the beat. Come on, close as I can get them. Let's drag that to there. That one looks okay. Just nudge it slightly. There we go. And this one. Okay, cool. Right. Right, so let's make this into something. Something like that. I'm going to... Oh, it's so hard not to... I'm going to add... We've all got basic effects in yeah, we've all got our basic effects in Logic. So I'm going to use some basic delay designer. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to use a stereo delay and just set this up so that we, where are we? 50 seconds beat sync. Turn beat sync off. So I'm going to make that one 1000 and this one 7. Kind of interesting. Let's see what it's like with this. Whoops, 500. Bum, ba, ba, bum. 750 again. Okay, right, let's try this slightly differently. I'm going to use some of the crossfade. Okay, just checking. Okay, that must sound quite nice with the other pattern here. Let's see. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's not doing quite what I want it to do. We just solo these. Okay, this is getting closer to what I want. Okay, sounding quite nice. Let's put a little bit of distortion on it as well. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Okay. Right, processor experimentation. See if anything works and anything doesn't. So I'm just going to drag this across. Oops. Right, it's a little bit hissy. I've tamed the top end a tiny bit, but I just want to. I'm just going to drag these down. And I'm just going to put the. Actually, I'm going to put the bit crusher ahead of the delay. That sounds nice. Okay, it's given us a different kind of aspect to it because the actual bit crushed sound itself is being delayed rather than crushing the delay, if you understand what I mean. So in other words, changing the order of stuff, it affects how it affects what, how it kind of interacts, one plugin interacts with the next. So anyway, there we go. Right, so that's one thing in there. Now I want to have something that's kind of more of a repeaty sound. So I'm going to just try. I'm going to go for, again, close mic on this. Something kind of like that. So I'm going to start that from the beginning and edit. Okay, let's see what we've got there. Get rid of that last one. That sounds quite good. I don't want to kind of mash all the life out of it. But I want to pull it in a tiny bit, just so that we do get some. Oh, whoops, I've just noticed something. Common error there. Let's loop that one. I just had an extra bar in the end there without noticing. So here we go, a couple of loops. Okay, let's put it. Okay, I want to see if my offbeat thing is really working because it's kind of sounding slightly odd to me at the moment. Okay, now one of the things with pads that have lots of harmonics and notes in them is you have to try and work out what the chord is. Okay, so I'm going to retune this. Okay, let's just try tracking a bit of this. Bring it in at R10. it's sharp, that is. Okay, let's sort that out. Sounds a little bit better. I'm going to do some more automation. Okay, let's try again. Here we go. Okay, so let's track it with a bit of volume automation. Maybe I'll come in a tiny bit earlier, actually, just creep it in. Okay, and at that point we need to lose the time plugs. In fact, it might be kind of interesting to break them up a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's quite nice. Okay, right, the umpire thing is not doing it for me, so let's go back in and redo that. Okay, let's see how we go. Okay, that's starting to come together towards the end there. Let's dip back in, or we'll try. We'll come in at 18, I guess. Bum bum. So we'll start with the octave, with the C. 1, 2, 3. Actually, change my mind. Okay, we'll lose the last couple. Don't really need those. A little bit excessive. Okay, so that's quite nice. Now we haven't used this at all yet. Quite like the end of that. I'd like that to have a kind of chorus element. Okay, right. I'm gonna try that. We'll use that as a little sound effect at the beginning, but I'm gonna just bring it in. Let's put a bit of reverb on it as well. If in doubt, add some splosh. Oops, just turned it down, haven't I? So pre-delay, just not that it really matters, but I'll match it in time with the. Where were we? Okay, it's kind of obliterating the chorus thing I just set up, but let's see what it sounds like in context. Ooh, like it down there. Okay, volume back down. Here we go. Okay, coming a little bit heavy there. Okay, that sounded quite nice. Leave it going. Maybe we'll put some more in at the end. Lovely. Okay, got out just before the loop. Now then, so that sounded good. We haven't used the gamelan at all yet. So let's use this as a kind of colory background part. Let's try the ambient mics. Quite nice. Outriggers. See what the different ones sound like. Quite nice. Gallery. Gallery and ambient. Yep. Okay, let's push that right back. Quite like that. So, okay, this will kind of be really just a kind of a little accelerating background percussive thing. That's the idea. Okay, inaudible. Let's try again. I want to keep the gallery element to it, but let's see if. Quite like that. So that's A, and then down to C. Let's, so I can remember that. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum. Just trying some different places to see where it sounds good. Okay, that sounded quite nice. Now I'm going to add something to this. So I'm going to nip in here, just loop around this little bit. 4 bars there in solo. Let's see what we get. First thing I'm going to do, just use the basic EQ. Okay. Right, that's quite nice. Let's try adding some space designer. And I'm going to use a nice big. See what this one sounds like. Quite nice. Just offset the whole thing slightly. Okay, right, let's see what that sounds like in context. Okay, a little bit uneven that is. Pull that back onto the beat. Yeah. So if we bring up I know probably loads of Logic ninjas are going, what are you doing? Use the key commands. Okay. So I'm just going to even this out a tiny bit. Now I'm going to do the same with this one. Whoops. Still messing around with this one. I'll tell you what I'm also going to do. Oh, whoops. Click the wrong thing. Where are we? Gamelan. I'm going to set this to reset on transport. So that every time we hear it from the beginning, we're hearing the same thing. Just pull those up a tiny bit. Still not quite right. That's better. Yeah, the other ones are kind of rough, and I kind of like that, but this one is not, is kind of rough in the wrong way. Rough, but not in a good way. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, that's quite nice. Obviously I've reset again now, but we'll bear with it. We'll listen through from the top, and if anything jumps out. That's nice. There was one that's a little bit too weak in the middle. Is this one, I think. Oops. Too much. Still too much. Wow, that one really is loud, isn't it? Let's pull it back down a bit. And I'm going to put it on the beat. Wow, okay. Down. Oh, actually, what I'm probably hearing is the umpire, isn't it? Let's just solo this and see. Oh, no, it is. They're combining those sounds. Okay, so I think this is... I don't think there was anything else that was... That one, out of time. Let's just quantize that one. Yada da da da. Where's 8 gone? There it is. Okay. Quite like the flam of this one. Okay, that's sounding pretty nice. Let's have a listen through from the top and see. Play with the bar. Okay, there we go. So I'm kind of happy with that. It's quite a nice little, very simple chord sequence, just A flat, B flat, C, kind of open C fifth type vibe with a. Actually, no, there isn't open, is it? Because I've got some E flats in one of these little plucky tracks. So it's a C minor thing. So I haven't really, I've literally, it's just kind of brain dump onto the keyboard and just trying to find some interesting sounds along the way. But what is kind of funny when I get to the end of it is that we don't have any of those kind of sort of sounds in there at all. Which is quite interesting. But there we go. So that's just a little way of how to use some of the sounds in the HG2O library. In hopefully a kind of interesting way to put together a little track. Everything is just coming out of outputs 1 and 2 in Logic. What I'd probably do, I know a lot of you guys use Logic as your kind of main weapon of choice, so you would probably have these all split out. You put some kind of interesting EQs, balance it all up probably. I tend to just run everything into Pro Tools and then mix it in there, so I would undoubtedly run this stuff all into Pro Tools, so I get some separation, mess around with it in there with some nice EQs and some nice, I'd use a different reverb and all that kind of stuff. But I think the whole point of this really is just to show that, to try and do it without using any kind of extra kind of tricks to hide stuff and mess around with it and make it sound all glossy and fantastic. All I'm going to do when I kind of bounce the demo down is I'm just going to raise the level of it. So we'll see how it sounds once I've got. So the other thing is I'm listening in order to do the screencast. I'm listening through these terrible USB headphones which have got a little microphone attached to them. So it also makes an annoying intermittent kind of noise for some reason. Haven't managed to find a decent USB headset yet. These ones are old PC ones which have 2 jack plugs. So if anyone out there has a recommendation for a really great set of headphones with USB that work with screencasting software, I'd be very grateful. This is the 3rd set of headphones I bought and the other 2 are rubbish. So anyway, so there we go. I'm going to call it a day. Hopefully this hasn't been too boring and there's been something of interest in there, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.